Okay. Perfection. But yeah, like, no, I don't.
Where do you stand on the
on pet names?
On pet names.
I hate them.
You have?
I do not consent.
Have we talked about this?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't
wait, you still there?
I don't consent. I don't approve.
You don't consent to pet names. Oh,
no.
yeah. We dare talk about
Yeah,
this.
no, I hate that shit. And this nigga that I'm talking to, he's not respecting my wishes.
He uses pet names?
Yes.
Like what?
I'm usually not embarrassed. But I hate that. He called me the sugar.
Is there an H in there?
There's not.
No H.
It's really like shug with an A. That's exactly how it's spelled. Sweetheart. Ugh, I hate that. Ugh, gross. Yuck. Yuck.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, the only thing I'll settle for is handsome. I like that shit.
Oh, okay. Because you get the compliment on there. Because you being sweet just
I don't want it.
Is he going to eat you?
I hope not.
Are you dessert?
I don't like it. So I don't consent. Yeah, he doesn't respect my wishes though. He wants to. All right, enough about that.
Okay, enough about it.
Because they're here.
Oh yeah, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of
the Audacity Podcast. Oh.
Yeah.
We did it.
Welcome. You know what portion we got to do first?
We do. I do.
What portion is that?
The love and gratitude portion, guys. This is the portion that's about you all, because we love and we gratiate you.
Yes. I love how you throw that in, ingratiate.
We gratiate.
I like it.
Sometimes you got to spend that time to gratiate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And today we're thankful that you all are here. You know, you could have been anywhere else on the internet. You could have been looking up flights all over the country. Maybe to Qatar. See what's going on in Qatar. I don't know.
It's beautiful.
Are they wearing masks? Go see.
Hijabs.
Well, hijabs. Yeah.
They were ahead of the curve. Okay.
Yeah. But you're not. Instead of being there, you're here on the internet, and we appreciate you.
We do.
Love you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time for the recap.
Recapping.
What's been going on, bro?
What's been going on? So went to Albany for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Albany and I happened upon my high school football practice field.
Mm.
They upgraded the fuck out of this field. Let me tell you.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Like when we graduated, that's when they started putting money and stuff into it, and it was like, oh, okay, now there's water available on the field. We didn't have that back in the early 2000s. Gatorade, etc.
That sounds like it should be illegal.
Yeah, they got shade down there. It's crazy. Shade, yeah. Yeah, you know when it's hot?
Yeah.
And you go wait in the shade.
Yeah, shelters you.
Exactly.
So they didn't have none of that.
They had no shelter. We was rolling around, barrel rolling, 100 yards.
What kind of turf was out there?
Dirt. Just dirt. That's all it was.
You were playing rugby. That sounds like rugby to me.
I was playing some survival.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember when I was at McKeecher and they had AstroTurf on their field, which I was like, I don't know anything about sports, but people were very impressed by that.
Yeah.
And then I remember when I got to Pebblebrook and we didn't have a stadium. So, yeah.
Yeah, we used to dream that we would be doing barrel rolls on turf, instead of having just this dirt on us. So
why is it like this?
But yeah, so I was down in Albany, still on Pan for a little bit. Then took some time to kind of just chill out for a little bit, relax a little bit, and that's it. Yeah, pretty much. Another update, house stuff going on. A snake was found outside of my home recently.
We talked about this last time, how people tell you information that you should know about their home before you arrive. Because he just let me drive up, walk in. He didn't say nothing about no Slytherins outside.
You might have not walked in.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, so my cousin came over and we was doing some yard work. And because that's what you do when you're on the home. You got to do random things that you didn't have to do before.
You got a good cousin.
Well, that's a whole nother story, actually. He wasn't expecting to have to call me at 6:30 in the morning because he had a situation. But anyway, as I go to help him out, we started doing some yard work, and then I'm at Home Depot getting a rake or something, and he just sends me a text because he's still here, and he's like, "Hey, cuz, you got snakes?" And I was
plural?
He said snakes. Yeah, snakes plural. But he just saw the one, as if that was. Not more than I needed.
Right. That's too many.
That's too many. Cause
where did he see it?
Where did in the front? Yeah.
Where I just walked past.
Yep.
That's crazy.
But he killed that snake, and then we had sprayed some snake away because that's what you do Apparently, I found out what you do when you got a snake in
I
your
gotta
yard.
get some of this. Where you getting it? Now I'm nervous.
Home Depot.
All right.
Not Lowe's, because y'all know why. I ain't.
Lowe's.
Hey, as long as it's fragrance. but yeah.
Oh, we need an endorsement from you, Home Depot Slick.
Yeah.
Because we've been saying fuck Lowe's a lot on here.
Mm,
I'm gonna send this recording to Home Depot corporate.
do that.
You're like, hey.
Do that. What's going on with you?
Man, let me tell you something. So since we've been on like a small break, I saw my dad at my nephew's birthday party.
Okay.
I've not
What's
seen my dad in 13 years.
Wow. Yeah. I figured it was about that time.
It was crazy seeing him.
How was that?
It was crazy because I saw him. Of course, I knew who he was. I know he didn't recognize me because
He didn't recognize you?
No, the last time he saw me, I was 20. I'm 33.
Yeah, you're a different person.
I'm a new nigga.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And so my brother, who's the oldest, he already knew. He was like, oh shit, I don't want things to get tense. And my sister had already kind of prepped me to like, he might come, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I told him don't come over here acting a fool. And so like I kept moving. I was, it was about the kids. I was trying not to engage. He didn't say nothing to me. He started to ask people audibly loud at the party, "Is that Warren?"
That's funny.
And they were like, "Yes." And he was like, well, he ain't saying nothing to me, so I ain't gonna say nothing to him. And they were like, "That's probably for the best."
Mm.
Then he caught me outside by the grill. He tapped me on my shoulder. He was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, old man." I said, "I see you still rocking that old chain." And he was like, "Yeah, I don't get nothing in the way." I said, "Okay," and I kept it moving. And then, because I'm trying to, and then he called me again outside, and he was like, "You need to come see me." And this is where shit got left.
Yeah.
This is where shit got left.
Sounds like it would.
So it was a bunch of kids outside. So I got close because I'm trying to work on myself, not curse in front of children. So I got close to him and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I said, "I'm being cordial because this is my nephew's grandkids' birthday party."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "But you don't tell me what I motherfucking need to do."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I said, "Okay," and I kept it moving. And then he was just kind of like, and his wife was there, like, and I kept it moving. Then he was like a little bit more cordial after that. He just kept asking me about my fucking sunglasses because he don't know what to say.
Mm.
He's like, "Where you getting them shades from?"
You said 13 years?
Yeah, it's been 13 years. So.
And You Need to Come See Me was his opener?
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but well, his second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess.
The other thing was the passive, like, "Oh man, is that Warren over there? I don't know. I ain't gonna ask him if he's himself."
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So yeah, people applauded me for navigating that well.
I would like to applaud you today.
Thank God for growth.
Hey.
Because the last time we talked, he said it's on site when I see you. And I was ready.
I remember you said,
I was like, "I'm going to beat your ass at this kid's party. I'm going to try not to."
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. And he had a different tune. As I knew he would.
As you knew it. What'd you say? You said, okay.
I was like, "Let me check you right quick."
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was
the birthday boy went and had a good time?
the kids had a blast. They have these new things on fucking game trucks. I ain't never seen this shit. I need to.
Oh,
that's the one.
I've seen these on the road.
It was lit. I said, me and my friends will play this.
Is this where like the game truck comes and everybody just comes and plays and on like the thing or whatever?
They have like TVs on the outside. They got TVs on the inside. They got all the game systems. They got all the games you need. They bring like food and shit. It was amazing.
Mm.
I was like, "Damn,
What's dope?
this shit is lit."
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, they had a good time. So yeah, that was my recap.
Okay.
Yeah. Really quickly,
That's the time.
I want to do a public service announcement. So I don't know if you heard, the CDC came out recently. And they've been telling niggas they ain't got to wear masks.
Yeah.
If you've been vaccinated, that's what they said. They said if you are vaccinated,
Yeah.
you don't have to wear a mask.
Correct.
I just want y'all to know, don't listen to them niggas. Them niggas didn't know what the fuck was going on when this shit first started.
They had no idea.
They had no idea. They telling people it was airborne and shit.
Yeah. They said you can catch it if you in the same room with somebody.
That's what they said.
Well, you can.
Yeah.
That's how. But they didn't know.
Which is why you should keep your motherfucking
Keep your mask on.
Because
y'all don't know us. Y'all don't know nothing.
Because what's happening is vaccinated people like, us, the vacky, we still wearing our masks, but unvaccinated niggas is taking their masks the fuck off.
They like, "Oh, it's off? Bet."
We don't, and I'm like, y'all ain't even reading the fine print.
Did you hear about the North Carolina governor?
What happened?
So the North Carolina governor made like a similar announcement about the mask mandates, that they're no longer having them in the state of North Carolina. And they posted his video about it, and with that they also posted Future's mask off as background for said video. That is a real thing. The governor of North Carolina was like, "Yeah, mask off," and then
how we got a separation of church and state?
Yeah.
We need to have separation of like pop culture, specifically rap, and politics. Like I needed the
I don't need my news to
blurred.
mesh. Like I don't need.
Because you're sending the wrong message, actually. Mask off, fucking mask off. So yeah, y'all, please keep wearing your mask. Don't miss it.
Wear your mask, guys. Wear your mask. Another thing. So I was supposed to go to Colombia.
You were supposed to be in Colombia.
I was supposed to go to Colombia.
What happened?
We canceled it. Shit's crazy in Colombia.
Oh my God, what happened?
Niggas not wearing their masks. ICUs, like, it ain't got no vaccines down there.
They don't.
Poor countries.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Joe Biden actually just announced that he's going to send 20 million vaccines abroad.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time since it's happened.
Mm. But also, they were protesting down in Colombia because of, like, taxes. Okay. So it was like a whole, like, uproar. The Colombian police get, like, 19, 20 people or something like that. That's why I ain't go to Colombia.
we got them problems here.
Yeah.
We don't need that on vacation.
That's what I'm saying.
Dang.
Yeah, she was wild. So instead of going to Colombia, I just went to Miami, and I was like, because that was the first like little connection flight, and it was in Miami, working from there for a couple days.
Lit.
Yeah.
Come on vacation.
It's all right. Well, had to work. I was working on my computer.
Come on vacation.
Yeah, that's
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I'm by the pool.
If I'm working abroad, I'm abroad. Okay, I'm in these streets. Okay,
ATL.
don't email me. Okay, like I don't care.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
That was it.
So we're gonna do something a little different, guys.
Yeah.
This episode is a special episode. It's a mystery question segment episode. So we will literally just be reading mystery questions that you, beautiful viewers, have submitted. I have about 5.
Okay.
So yeah,
we can do that.
We're gonna get it started, guys.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm sure there's going to be great mystery questions from a lot of anonymous and people that would like to name their names, right?
No.
Okay, so nothing but anonymous people.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so this one's a soft. This is a nice question.
You get in on this too, right?
Yes,
okay.
I too will be participating in the mystery. What's one thing you wish you did before the pandemic?
I would say perform stage comedy. Yeah.
Bro, I literally was thinking the same thing.
Oh yeah?
No, like seriously.
Oh, okay.
That, or I really wish I would have went to those plays that I blew off. I love the theater. Yeah, like I had tickets to go see a couple plays, and for what different reasons, like I just decided not to go.
Yeah, that's true too. I did that a couple times. Yeah.
I was like, nigga, what if plays don't come back?
Plays did come back for a little bit.
I was very concerned.
I guess plays are over. Yeah.
I said, because I want to see Harry Potter on Broadway. I'm trying to go.
That might be good. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So I was concerned. So that's one thing I definitely wish I would have done before.
Is David Radcliffe gonna be on the Broadway Harry Potter, or probably not?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Him and JK kind of beefing right now.
Where? Oh, because of the
She wild.
She
wild. She's like
JK wild.
She said, I made my money. She said, I'm a billionaire. I can do what I want now. I do what I want. Period.
But yeah. So before COVID started,
yes,
I had went to this comedy like open mic night kind of thing, and then there was like it was like I was going with intention to like get on stage, and then I was about to put my name on the list, and then I was early, and then I didn't put my name on the list, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to do it, and then I didn't, and then I was like, hey man, put my name on the list. I'm like, all right, I got you, but then they were like, hey man, it's kind of late, man. You've been here the whole time. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna just be here next time. And then there was no next time, and that was it, COVID. So, but yeah, that would probably be like the one thing I wish I would did.
Yeah,
one of the many things.
Yeah, definitely. COVID taught me like carpe diem, seize the day. Like just do that shit. Don't put that shit off, because let me tell you, it may not be available.
Yeah,
real talk. So yeah, thank you for that question. All right, next. What is one thing you were brought up to believe that you disagree with now? Can I go first?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Organized religion, specifically. I grew up, my mom was coaching, my dad was Methodist. Like, we, like, typical, a lot of black people just in church all the time, just all the fucking time. And then when I got old enough to be like, I'm not going to fucking church, I stopped going. And I really started thinking about that again recently because of everything that's going on with Israel and Palestine, and how, like, Israel has really used like the whole like this is a religious crusade. This is about religion. When in actuality, like it's not. Like a lot of the things that are happening are really about ethnic cleansing and colonialism and money and like it's really really unfortunate. And I have always just kind of felt like religion is supposed to be like this beautiful like spiritual thing that kind of brings people together, but oftentimes a lot of organized religion just like separates people and causes like lots of wars. So yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, just to speak to what to some of that, I think a lot of times people weaponize organized religion to like make it do different things for their benefit.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about back during slavery times when they would have one slave preach that you need to stay on the plantation with all the other people in front of all the other slaves. So even with that, and talk about the Palestine and Israel kind of conflict right now, and just attack that's going on down over there is really appalling. But even we can see how the whatever different like lies that people tell to their own benefit and how they kind of like the damage that it can do. You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm like, this shit ain't got nothing to do with God. I mean, just truly, I don't believe God wants a lot of the like mayhem that is happening to be happening. It's people.
Not at all. It's people.
You know what I'm saying? It's really people. And so I don't know. I jumped off that train.
I feel you, yeah.
What about you?
I think that there's only one way to do things. I think growing up, especially because I watched a lot of like sitcom television and stuff like that. I always thought that if you're doing the thing, then you gotta do the thing this way, and then that's how you move towards whatever that thing is.
Right.
But I think growing up, I kind of realized like, oh wow, a number of different people have done a number of different things with an infinite amount of paths.
Right.
And kind of like that Doctor Strange idea about like there's an infinite number of paths to like right here.
Right.
So yeah, I would say thinking that there's just one way to do any one particular goal or kind of that's something that I'm like looking to do in my life.
No, I definitely feel that. Like I remember my dad used to say all the time, like, it's my way or the highway. And I'd be like, nigga, which highway? Please point me in it. I will go.
You said your dad used to say that?
Yes, I'd be like, nigga.
Was that before the
before we stopped talking?
Yeah,
because I was forced to listen to it.
Oh, okay, all right, well.
Yeah, I couldn't leave.
Not on this highway no more.
Yeah, I was 12. Yeah, I was kind of stuck where I was at, yeah. Thank you for that question. Okay, next. Okay. With your current insight, rate your first ever and most recent sexual encounter. Both yourself.
Hold on, slow down. What'd you say?
Okay. Run it back. With your current insight, rate your first ever and most recent sexual encounter, both yourself and the other person. Obviously, leave the partner anonymous. Okay, you know that part. You want me to go first?
So if I'm understanding the question correctly.
Yes.
Because clarity is one of the biggest.
It's key.
It's key.
Hello.
Rating my first partner ever.
Yes.
And then my most recent partner.
Yes. But also yourself.
Oh, so rating.
Both parties. So you're talking about your performance?
In the first one and...
Yeah, your first time ever.
Okay.
And then like current. Okay, let me tell you something.
You go first.
So, I don't want to speak for all gay people, but it always feels like the first time. I don't really have experience bottoming. If you're the bottom, I don't know, guys. It just, yeah, that shit, I don't know if you ever just get used to. It might just be me.
Literally, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So my first time was in college with Nameless. And yeah, with my insight now, I would never have messed around with Nameless. Not because it wasn't good. I guess they were good. I was a virgin. I don't know. I don't know how I was. I didn't do much. I'll tell you that much. I left when it was over. That's what I did. I got up and I took me and myself home.
You were finished when it was done.
I said, well, I'm out.
I guess it's done.
I said, well,
finished.
I don't need to be here. Yeah, he was cool. My most recent time, interesting enough, was with an ex, which doesn't happen too often with me. One of my
That never happens.
like one of my first exes, like throwback, like from like my 20s. And it was like a role reversal. So I was in that relationship. I typically had bottom, but I was the top in this situation, which was cool. And so it was an interesting experience. I will rate them an A. I will give myself an A plus because you're still an X. Okay. And if you were an A plus, we'd still be together. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Cheers to insight.
Cheers to insight. Let me see. So, okay, my first time.
Yes.
I was in high school sometime. I think like between freshman and sophomore year. That's what we're going. Hey.
Cheers.
Let me see, and then rating. Let me see. I think I was trying to just follow instructions. Just figure out. All right, what's the task at hand? Let's just complete the task.
Consent.
Exactly.
Hello.
For as long as we need to complete the task.
What do you need
until the task is done? So let me see. Rating. I would say give myself during that time maybe a B.
Okay.
I'm saying a B.
Okay.
Yeah, because a B.
How was she?
Let me see. I guess A minus. Yeah. A minus, B plus.
Smart man.
A minus, B plus. Yeah.
Okay.
Most recent time. Let me see. I would give myself. I would give myself an A because there's always room for improvement.
You better be a gracious Capricorn. This is called grace, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, I'm
grace.
just trying to be myself. I would give her. I would give her an A also.
Because there's always room for improvement.
Always room for improvement.
No, I believe I fuck with that. Yeah, I don't feel like anybody. I feel like anytime someone's too confident about sex, it's simply not the best, to be honest.
Sometimes people just be forcing to have it, kind of like forcing sex conversations, which kind of makes me feel like they're not used to having sex conversations sometimes. So I'm like, all right, well, bringing it up like haphazardly, not haphazardly, but randomly. Thank you. Just
It's like where I was talking about food.
I was talking about you hungry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I noticed that some guys talk about sex, for no reason randomly like that.
Yeah, they do. And I'll be like this.
I don't know if women feel the same way, but I hear that.
I would vote yes. Some of you niggas need to stop talking, do some listening. Okay?
That's it.
Because you're trash.
2 years, guys. 2 years.
Because you're trash. Thank you for that question, Anonymous. Okay. Here's another sex question.
Let's go.
Which zodiac sign did your best sex come from? Oh, this is tricky. Do I know that nigga's?
I don't even know people's birthdays, bro.
So I've dated a lot of Sagittariuses.
Interesting. To
my own detriment. Shout out to the Sag. I hate y'all.
I'm good on those.
Yeah, like to my own detriment. Like I've dated a lot of Sagittarius, so I've experienced that a lot.
Okay.
It's hit or miss. The one person I'm thinking of. When was his birthday? I think that nigga was a Leo. I'm gonna go with Leo. I don't know.
Okay.
It's somewhere around that time frame.
Okay. What is that, like an August situation?
Is that when Leo is?
I think it's an August situation.
I'm wrong if he's not a Leo.
It's like
what's like April, May?
Capricorn, that's like Taurus.
Pisces, Aries. Okay, so he was either an Aries or a Taurus.
Yeah, it's Aries and Taurus. Yeah.
Both had horns. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, them horns, y'all.
Let me see. I'm gonna go. Let me see. What's? I'm gonna go. Gemini Taurus.
Okay, Gemini.
Gemini Taurus. Yeah.
I'm talking to a Gemini right now. We haven't messed around. I'm a little nervous.
Well, they might be also.
I hope.
Well, come on now.
I'm a little nervous. I'm Gemini, so I hear y'all 2 people in one, and I'm over threesome, so I don't know. I don't want to.
But I mean, that way it'll keep you on your heels.
Yeah, I don't need to smash you in all your personalities. I'm over that. Thank you for your question. Last question. This was more abstract. I thought this was a really interesting question. Thank you for your submission. Okay, so this is kind of like a 2-part question about control. If you were able to look into a crystal ball and see your future partner, like a photo of them or just a few moments of interactions between you two, and you're very happy. You see this person, y'all are very happy, but you're shocked by who the person is. You were like, how the fuck did this happen? How did I end up with this motherfucker, and why do I look so happy? Based on where you are in the present, would you try to change your fate to control who you think you should end up with, or would you just accept the future that you see?
I think I'm controlling my fate to ensure that any mistake that I feel like I might make in the future does not happen. Therefore, and because I have a certain level of self-efficacy to where I'm like, oh, you know what, I can control some things in my life. I'm going to make sure that, if I see, a person that I'm like, oh man, I wasn't expecting myself to be happy with this person, just trusting myself and making sure that doesn't happen. So,
you're like, fuck that future.
Yeah.
Fuck you, future.
Crystal ball, break it.
I don't care how happy I look. For me, you know what? That typically would have been my go-to, but obviously I don't know what the fuck I need. Because I haven't been the most successful, guys. I haven't. I've done a lot of leg work, and I don't own no shoes.
You only got to be right one time.
And I've been wrong a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and be like, future, obviously, you know what it is. I think that what would be weird for me, though, is like, anytime people talk about like seeing the future, because you're like, okay, this is my future.
Right. Not
being weird in the present. Because if I'm dating or interacting with niggas that's not that person, and then I know who that person is, I'm going to be awkward. It's going to be weird. I'm going to be like...
What you mean?
Because I'm going to know me and this person end up together. But that's not my present. Mm-hmm. But I know me and this person end up together. And so I don't know if, like, by knowing the future, I would have some kind of confirmation bias and kind of slowly start to work towards that. Or be weird around them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, when I know shit about people...
But I mean,
and they don't know I know, you be around them, you be like this.
But I mean, that kind of stuff happens, like, now, right? Like, you... First person, I will have like a thought and then, subconscious making, different decisions and choices to, towards that thought or whatever. So it's the same kind of thing, right?
No, that's real. That's real. I think it can swing both ways. Like you're saying, either you work against it or you see it and you're like, oh, this is my future. So you just like accept it and move towards it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and be like, at least I'm happy, I guess, in the future. Okay. So I'm going to tell you something. This present's raggedy. Okay.
You trust yourself, though? Question mark.
I don't know.
Okay.
Some days.
All right.
So if I look back, I'm like, that was questionable. Why'd you do that?
Well,
Yeah. I trust myself a little bit more nowadays.
Even a working clock runs out of batteries.
Okay. Proverb.
You know what I'm saying?
You're going to be that proverb uncle.
I already am.
You're like, this is what I have.
Shout out to y'all. Nieces and nephews.
That was all the mystery questions.
Oh, that's it?
That was it.
Bet.
Thank you to everyone that submitted one. We love mystery questions. Please submit more. If you have a question out there for us and you're listening, DM us, text us, hit us up, let us know.
Bring them on. We ain't scared of y'all.
We're not.
Mystery questions, bring it. Okay?
Okay, but don't get crazy.
Yeah, don't get crazy.
Because now I'm nervous. Now I'm a little nervous. So yeah. Okay, moving on. You know what time it is?
Yes, I do.
What time is it?
White shit.
Yes!
It's time to talk about things that white people do.
Because y'all be doing a lot. Most recently, someone sent me this story, one of our viewers. So in South Carolina recently, they passed 2 laws. They just passed a death penalty law and an abortion law. So in South Carolina, they just passed...
Keeping it light.
Look. White people, y'all always breaking shit down, making it heavy. This is it's not me. I'm just reading the news.
Yeah.
Okay. So in South Carolina, they just passed a new death penalty law where now if they do not have the injection, like the serum they use to put people to death, which they haven't had in a decade. They have not reordered it. They haven't used it.
Yeah.
So they're out. So they don't have it. They're giving people on death row the option between the electric chair or a firing squad. Those will be your only two options.
Yeah, I saw that.
If it's not available. And the electric chair they have is like, it's old as fuck. It's like 100 and something years old.
I don't know, man. I think just the choosing how you want to die is already kind of like a cruel and usual kind of punishment, in my opinion. And saying like, you know, if because they're already saying like, hey, you know, we feel like because you committed X amount of crimes, even though, you know, not a lot of times, there are times in which the state has found that they put people to death incorrectly and somebody else has actually done those crimes. And in my opinion, like, you know, one or two of those are already too many. So, but, you know, not only are they saying they're going to put somebody to death for X amount of crime, they're going to say, all right, how you want us to do it? It's like, what? It's like...
And your two options are inhumane. In my personal
also,
opinion,
for sure. Getting shot, electric chair, what do we do? What is this?
Because what if you don't kill me?
Yeah.
That's always my biggest thought. Like, what if I don't die?
It's so crazy, man. It's like we're at the same time, we're making a lot of like, you know, progressive decision makings, like a lot of our regressive and even barbaric things that we found barbaric or were found to be barbaric before are like still coming up in the conversation. It's
like a backlash, or should I say a white lash,
for sure,
to like progressive change. Like change is happening. You can fight change as much as you want, even when it happens slowly, like as in America it often does. But it's going to happen. Like society's evolving, change, and grow. And people that just feel like they want to hold on to a specific set of white power, because that's what it's about. They don't like that. And I say that because they also passed an abortion law where they banned abortion in South Carolina. No abortion is legal now. They said all life is sacred. They don't care what's going on.
Like 6 weeks?
Yeah, no abortion.
Oh, no abortion.
If you get pregnant, you cannot have an abortion in South Carolina.
So is that what the Supreme Court is going to be voting on soon?
So so they'll be voting, I guess, to see if they're going to uphold Roe versus Wade or overturn it. But South Carolina already made the decision for y'all. There will be no abortion. And this is where I know it's about white supremacy. How can you say all life is sacred? Y'all can't have no abortions. But then you got a death penalty. Don't have one.
In the same week.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you went from like...
all life is sacred unless
XYZ. Unless, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that really is just like institutions of white power, like in white privilege. Like, you want to be able to kill who you want to kill because 90% of the people on death row are African American. But you don't want people to be able to have abortions because most of the people that are having abortions are actually white women. Yeah. If you really look at it, actually.
Well, that's why it's a part of like, you know, that's what the issue is. Yeah. Is because they want their, you know, white women to have white kids.
Yes.
So that, you know, in 2050, they'll have more white kids.
They're still the majority.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, because they're in the same numbers they're looking at, you know, people are talking about, you know, people just having less kids these days for pick a reason, right? It's so crazy, man. I don't know. It's so tragic that, you know, in the same way we were having this conversation earlier in the podcast today about, you know, people using different religion to, you know, work towards their own goals. Like people use their own, like politics, using politics to work towards their goals too. Because, you know, there's a number of things that, you know, just gets like slid in, you know, with all the other conversation every 5 years. But it's like, yo, we already had this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked up. So South Carolina, fuck you. Black people that live in South Carolina, move. Just get out of that.
Yeah.
It's raggedy.
A lot going on.
I'm gonna find a way to drive around that bitch to get to Charlotte because I just.
Yeah, it's
I'm not putting up with it.
You don't want to unlock your doors in South Carolina.
No.
Yeah.
No. The few times I've driven to South Carolina, I can always tell when I'm back in Georgia.
Speaking of,
because everything looks nicer.
Gas.
Oh my God,
bruh. What?
Like
gas? You saw these white people?
Yes.
They filling up gas tanks like in like little bags of gas. I never seen a bag of gas before.
Have you seen the cars on fire?
I saw a few of them.
Because y'all stupid.
Yeah.
Like, and also, why are you putting gas in a trash bag?
Where you going?
Like what?
Where you going? A trash bag?
You think we not gonna have gas for that long? You think that whatever the issue is, we not going to have gas for months. Like, what's going on?
These are the same people that hoarded tissue paper.
Yeah, they did.
Because they also didn't want to wash behind themselves.
They did.
So, we got to see who we work with. You know what I'm saying?
These also the same people not wearing masks.
The pandemic showed us showed us who a lot of y'all are. Because y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Because let me tell you, if the world ends, let me tell you what you're not going to need. Toilet tissue.
Yeah.
That's going to be the least of your concerns.
Mm-hmm.
And so is gas. I'm stressed.
Sorry, man. I remember.
No.
I remember the gas thing, and I was like, "Yo, gas is crazy."
Let me tell you, 2021, you a little raggedy. You're not.
I'm holding out, man.
There have been some blessings, hey man.
I'm holding. Yeah, of course. You want to do it,
There's been some raggedness too, though.
Your boy Joe. Yeah, we just gonna.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Because you ain't my uncle.
Yeah. Now it's time for Let It Burn.
Hey. One of my favorite segments. This is the time for our new listeners where if there's something on your chest, something you've been holding on to, something you want to let the fuck go, release it, set it on fire. This is our Let It Burn. It's time to break out your candles, the Audacity official candles. Thank you to everyone who's bought one.
For sure.
For those of you who haven't, get one.
Just to smell good in your life.
Period. Do you know what you're Let It Burn this week?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I was not ready for that, though. Okay, so this week what I'm letting burn is riding on E with, the most recent gas conversation. Went from, Albany, came back here, and then, gas shortage up here, everything, kind of wild. Luckily still had like 3/4 of a tank. And I was like, oh, okay, I can ride this out.
Right.
But I didn't need gas until like before. But I happened upon a white man when I was at a gas station. He asked me for some gas money to get to, the next town over. And I was like, yeah, man, just leave me alone so I can go.
You might be helping out the poor whites.
I'm just trying to let him know, hey, black people are fine.
Yeah.
Just live your life, we'll live ours. So anyway, I'm riding on e-burn in the idea of, also not on just cars and fuel, but also like in life and, like we were talking about earlier off camera about, eating the right things and, doing more exercise in it and trying to do X number of tasks or things or, just anything that come up on a day-to-day basis, not already having like enough energy or, and taking care of what I need to take care of before I do like extracurricular activities. So. Riding on E is what I'm letting burn.
No, that's real. That's a word. Okay. What I'm letting burn this week is fine ass police officers.
Fuck yeah.
It's really conflicting me because I'm really like, especially after last year, I'm really like, fuck the police. Like all police, black, white, brown, I don't care. If you specifically black and you police officer, no shade, I'm kind of looking at you a little sideways. Because the system is broken. It's been broken. It was never meant for us. Period. However, I've been seeing a lot of really fine police officers. Like you got to pick. Like, are you a model or are you a police officer? Like, I don't understand what's happening.
They swagged out these days.
Like real fine. Like commit a crime fine. Like I ain't never want to be in handcuffs so bad. I saw this cop the other day. I was trying to pass him. He stopped and he was like, he did like the what's up? And I was like, I could easily just run into this gas station. Ain't no gas here. Ain't nothing gonna explode. But I know he gonna come over here and at least talk to me. Y'all too fine, okay?
Yeah.
I need y'all to stop hiring models and start hiring some ugly niggas. People that really reflect what it means to be a police officer.
Pretty niggas don't be chasing people down like that.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
And I want them to.
That's why all this crime going on in Atlanta. They didn't hire too many good-looking police officers.
And let me tell you, because let me tell you, they are
lazy.
They are not going to get this messed up. And I don't want it. So if you can hear me and you're a police officer and you want to come up out of there, you want to come out of that organization, you want to be delivered from that spirit of police, there's shelter at my home. Yes, there is. Amen? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
yes,
we have to let it burn for the podcast because the podcast is lit.
It's lit. Shout out to everyone who is here listening, who's ever supported, bought anything. If you saw our most recent post, y'all, we have new merch. We got merch. We got merch. Please check out the Audacity website. Yes, the AudacityJamieandWarren.com. Get you some merch.
Go
get that shit.
For sure.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Where can they find you, Jamie?
They can find me at Say Less Jamie.
You can find me at Warren's World 18.
Warren's World 18.
Yes, Warren's World 18. Say less, Jamie.
Say Less Jamie.
Say less, Jamie.
I did.
Okay. You can find us at The Audacity Jamie and Warren on IG, The Audacity Podcast on Facebook, The Audacity Podcast on Twitter, The Audacity exclamation mark podcast on YouTube. I keep telling you, it's the exclamation that you gotta find.
Grammar.
Yeah,
This is a lesson. It ain't just for shits and gigs,
it
guys.
matters. You won't find us if you gotta put it in there.
Yeah.
We love you. Thank you so much for the support.
Until the future.
Bye. Lit. Oh shit. Oh, so wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Just
Was it on the ground?
no, it
okay.
just slid through.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what happened?